What is up, guys? Welcome back to the Lux Algo live stream. You're on the deal. My name is Jacob. Man, yeah, late stream today. I had some doctor's appointments, took the family, make sure we're all good, as well as making sure our next baby is safe. It was a pregnancy appointment, so make sure we're all locked in, guys. Come on, gotta give me a break here. But we're live regardless. I know some people are asleep. I apologize if you are very late where you're at, but I didn't want to miss at least going live today, so I appreciate you being here nonetheless. I know some people are liking later streams. There's so much to talk about, but I appreciate everybody being here. This won't be the normal stream time, but if I have appointments that are family related, those are more important to me, so I'll stream when I can. But we're here regardless. And Nathan, you're in the wrong stream, buddy. If you're seeing the vertical stream, you are in the wrong stream. He said, next time I need you to clear any time off with me first. You're funny. All right. Guys, if you were also a winner to one of our $100 giveaways, we gave out the winnings today. So make sure to check your PayPals. But guys, interesting bounce back off the 60K. Lots to talk about. Gotta love it. Gotta love it. Got a nice bounce back. I tried the public unlisted thing. Bot is still for some reason stuck in the other stream. I don't know. So one of these days, Streamlabs will release a way to fix it, I think. So we'll deal with that later. Due to the people that are probably going to be asleep for the stream that can't join, we'll hold off on the Bitcoin predictions. Unless you want to do it for fun, where it's like we can do it, but the points don't count kind of thing, we can do that. But overall, appreciate you being here if it's really late as well. Nice little good night. Maybe I'll sing you a good night song and read you a story as we get into our Bitcoin analysis. But yeah, Bitcoin hovering at 63K, lots to talk about. Gotta love it. Wardo, yes, I was going to say, if I saw you in the chat today, I was going to make sure that we got in contact together. Did you send me a message? Better off that you send me a message, okay? So make sure you send me something rather than a friend request. I have a billion friend requests, so send me a message, then it's easier for me to accept the friend request. Read you into sleep with Bitcoin analysis. You got it, man. My freaking ears, dude, are still stuffed up. I can't hear jack squat but myself. It's really annoying. If you guys are sick out there, or aren't sick, please don't get sick. It's just really bad, especially in the US. The pollen this year is insane, so it hasn't been good. It hadn't been fun. But in this current spot we're in, guys, we are literally, look at the halving timer, 1 day 3 hours away from the halving. Let's go, guys. Get excited. Come on, get excited. We're pumped. It's time to get that cycle in play. Let's get the move up to 100K this year. That's the overall plan. Y'all know the drill. Come on, man. Phobia, what's up, dude? How you doing? How you doing, Phobia? It's good to have you here. Appreciate you being here. What's up, Nora? How you doing? Guys, in just a second, we'll be doing we'll be adding in y'all's suggestions for the stream. We'll be going over Bitcoin. I do want to, take a quick look at where we're at in the cycle, right? There's a lot that we discussed yesterday, but we might as well continue to go over it as tomorrow is that happening. So I would really like to, this is the wrong one I was looking for. I would really like to see that. Oh, actually, if I unfull screen, I should have the, yeah, here it is. I swear it was that. Yeah, it's gotta be that, right? Yeah, there it is. Let me full screen this again. But the stream should look better too. Yesterday, I realized that we didn't have it in a certain mode as well as 60 frames a second. So we do have the 60 frames a second now. Should be good. Yeah, the bot's still over there. That's so annoying. I don't understand why the bot does that. But I'm sick of the halving. I'm pumped. Yay. Yo, Jacob. I see your hair. Moosed my hair. Could not be delivered. Wordo, throw in your, what is your name on Discord? And I'll just accept your friend request and send you one, okay? What's your name on, Discord? Throw in the chat. But guys, lots to discuss because Right now, we're sitting over 100% increase from last April, which is a really good sign. The last time we had a 100% increase, it ran 283% year over year. The last time we had a 100% increase before the halving, so that's really exciting news. Maybe we'll get the same pattern. Maybe we won't. Would be quite insane. It will go way over 100K because now that ETS before they did not. Yeah, Oscar, I believe so too. We've heard a lot of discussion about the what's it called? The supply of Bitcoin, regardless of obviously the supply generated through the halving being less, right? So it's quite interesting to see and talk about. Man, I'm going invisible over here. I'm going invisible on the other stream. What's going on? Let me fix this. The green is getting capped out. There we go. The lighting changes a little bit more in the evenings. Underscore Wardo. I got you, bro. Underscore Wardo. Did you send me a friend request? We'll get to that too. Underscore Wardo. There we go. Maybe. Did you wave to me? Oh, there we go. Wardo underscore ... Did you get this message? Yeah, let me know if you got that message. But yeah, guys, we're going to go over Bitcoin here in a second, talk about the halving, talk about the overall cycle to continue. Okay, cool. Looks like you did get the message. Hopefully you did. Different time, yeah. You're funny, man. But yeah, no, it's just different time today, man. I had some family things going on. Besides that, though, guys, let's go ahead and get into the wheel. Y'all know the drill. I'm gonna get the music going again. The Pepe cam. So obviously, if you're new here, this here is our main man, Pepe. He decides what we go over based on y'all's suggestions. If you want anything analyzed today specifically that's outside of Bitcoin, Ethereum, like the NASDAQ, stuff like that, throw it in the chat, okay? And we will we'll throw it on the Pepe wheel and go over it. We're gonna hold off on the Bitcoin predictions unless you want to do it for fun. We can totally do that. Am I gonna do some coins today? I'm gonna do whatever altcoins you guys want, whatever suggestions you want now. I'll throw it in the chat. I'll throw it on the Pepe wheel. We'll go over those on top of obviously the majors. JTO, I see first. BNB from Sword. JTO. BNB. We're gonna fill this quick. This stream will be a little bit quicker. Oh, you want to do Coinbase? I got you, man. Do Coinbase. Yeah, we got a ray of sunlight coming in on Pepe there. You see that ray of sunlight? Nice. Sun setting on this end of the world. Balls for Dame. JTO. Doge, Bonk, Brett. Let's do XRP. We haven't talked about that. XRP, haven't talked about that in a minute. What else we got, guys? You want anything specific? Let me know. I'll throw it on the board, okay? Throw it on the board. You want anything specific? Mana, Rio. I'll do Mana. I haven't done Mana in a minute. Rio's an interesting one. I would have to look up what Rio. ADA, good one. Top tomorrow. Good one. ADA is a good one. I like that. XTZ. Yeah, Wardo, just send me, can you send me your email that's attached to that, please? Send me your email that's attached to that. I'll send it to our payment team. XTZ. King, if you spam it, bro, I'm probably less likely to actually put it on the board, okay? So don't spam it. I see mostly everybody's message. FET. Got FET from Griffey. Guys, remember, tomorrow's our $300 giveaway, by the way. If you want a chance to be one of those winners, or a better chance to be one of those winners, make sure you go to our main YouTube channel and you click, there should be a join button here next to our members. You'll see it says our members. Hit join. You can join the HODL gang and you get 5 entries versus 1. You'll see people with the green names. They are part of the HODL gang there. They also get priority on which ones we go over. They get priority on which ones we go over as well per stream. ICP on the board for our boy. If someone else has XTZ, we'll go over. But King, I don't appreciate the spamming, brother. Please don't spam. Guys, if you're just now joining the stream, welcome. If you're in the vertical version of the stream, you are in just a off version of the actual stream, make sure you go to the YouTube profile. You click the other stream. It's the widescreen format. It's much better. Trust me. Get a better view of what's actually going on and what we're going over. But get the other music going. What's up, Mike Play? How you doing, buddy? Gala. We haven't gone over that this week. We'll do that. All right. For those of you that have been here, you know the drill. For this last one, guys, if there's anything specific you want to go over, obviously let me know. But the first two people to say the same ticker symbol besides something like balls, we'll throw it on the board, okay? For the last spot. I'm new to trading. Want to start swing trading? Is Lux Algo a good idea, or is it best to stick with free indicators? Tomorrow, I mean, it's always good to just get your feet wet, right? So free indicators is always a good start. When you're ready to take that next step, I would recommend, like, you can try us out with risk-free for 30 days is something we offer. But, when you're ready to really dive into it, you have the time to do your research, stuff like that, let me know. We'll get you hooked up. XLM, Chris said, anybody else? Two people say the same thing. We had two people say Pro. Let me go look at Pro real quick. Pro. The only issue is, that doesn't seem like the right one. Probably the one on Coinbase. Interesting. Profit. I haven't actually looked at this. Had two people say Pro, so I gotta live by my word. We'll do Pro. I think two people said Pro. Yeah, HH and Tonesies both said Pro. We'll do that one. P-R-O. Okay, guys. The board is filled for the altcoins we're gonna go over. These are just based on y'all suggestions, okay? Only stock we got on there today is coin. The rest we're going to be going over all the majors regardless, so don't freak out if you don't see Bitcoin or like what's it called on there, Solana or Ethereum, stuff like that. We always go over those. Okay, so that being said, guys, let's get into charting. Let's just get this thing rolling. A little bit different day for sure, making sure the stream looks okay. All right, bet. SDX we did go over yesterday. All right, I'm gonna go ahead and go live on Instagram. We're gonna go in here. But what's up, buddy? Super. Appreciate you being in there. What's up, Instagram? How are we doing? Welcome back to the Lux Algo live stream. A much later stream today. I had some family things going on this morning. But it's good to be back. Guys, if you want a specific, if you want to see a full version of the stream and not this vertical cut-off version as you see above me, make sure you go onto the main YouTube channel. Tomorrow on that main YouTube channel, we're going to be doing a $300 giveaway, okay? If you hop over to the widescreen format, that's where we're going to be doing the giveaway tomorrow. If you see a vertical format yet again, still the wrong stream, so make sure you hop into the other version. I don't know why the Pepe cam's glitching out there, but guys, let's get into Bitcoin. Start with Bitcoin. We have a bunch of altcoins we're going to be going over as well, but man, oh man, Bitcoin yet again respecting a great price. We talked about the 60K mark before, right? 60K mark was in our wheelhouse to being a potential support level, already being respected, which is nice. Obviously, major psychological level at 60K, right? If I dive back into that weekly chart, you can see here previous open close high of the weekly, a lot of volume being traded between 55 and 60, but again, 60 going to be probably pretty significant. So if you've been here on stream, we've talked about multiple times how we really like the 60K to 70K area for ranging, and we talked about that when we broke out and had our first pullback. Okay, so this is a good range up into the halving. This is what we love to see. Now, for those of you that don't know the history of the halvings and how the cycle works, well, we'll do a brief kind of overview of what we were doing yesterday as well. So let me zoom in here and discuss this a little bit. So this here was actually the very last halving we had, and I want to go over the second one. So the second halving we had was in July of 2016. This year it's in April, right? So the last time we had the halving, right? It was in July. So a year before that, July 2015 to July 2016, we had a 110% increase, okay? 110% increase. A year after that, from July 16 to July 2017, we had a 283% increase, right? barely really any dip before that mega run, even held all-time highs, right? That being said, into the third one, similar situation, 76% a year before, 423% a year after, so even bigger increase. We're getting now, as we come into our fourth halving, we're getting a very, very similar setup as we did in the second. Right now, if we go back to last April, right? If we just take a quick gander on the weekly here, we kind of take our calculation from last April, like we discussed. Here's your April right here. If we pull that into today's price, we're sitting at 130%. Now, don't get me wrong. Obviously we were at, 165%. But I will say, this is yet again one of the best movements we've had across all of the halvings, right? Halving 2, 110%. Halving 1 was the biggest, but of course that was the least amount of volume. Halving 3, only 76%. We're into the fourth one. We're sitting at over 130%. I got to say that's quite impressive. So again, the cycle has continued. There's not much to be, in my opinion, stressed about. Zoom out, go to the weekly chart, really look at where Bitcoin is and versus, where it was about a year ago. Very massive increase that we've had to continue that cycle. So with that being said, right? All we want to see going into tomorrow was above 60K. We talked about it on stream. It's happening. And yet again, we maybe possibly wait until, just a little bit, maybe 2 or 3 weeks, and we maybe potentially start that big run yet again to go for that 100K that we talked about this year. So, overall exchanges even on Bitcoin are losing supply as well. When supply is down, though, what does that mean? Demand is greater. So that indicates this could be even be a even bigger bull run than we've ever had with the halving coming down. So there's a lot of exciting things for Bitcoin in the near future. So, but if you want to be up to date, guys, literally, if you want to be up to date with what's going on, please just tune into the live stream. We're usually live at 1 Eastern, okay? We're usually live every day at 1 Eastern. If I have stuff going on with my family, I'm going to go live whenever I can, okay? But we're live today again. So just because the halving's tomorrow, I want to make sure we're getting that live in. If you also, though, want to be updated with things outside of the stream, right? If you want to be updated with things outside of the stream, please, I highly suggest you go follow our Twitter, okay? We're constantly keeping you updated all day long. We're not posting every 5 minutes or anything. It's every 1 hour, every 2 hours we post something, so long as it's worth posting. We're not just posting nonsense. So please go follow that Twitter if you do want to be updated with analysis, news, stuff like that to keep you ready for what's to come, okay? So I would very much suggest that. But in Bitcoin, we discussed the 60K level. Bitcoin just so happened to hold those weekly highs. It's very obvious why it's holding in the 60s is because these weekly highs were such high volume. People are willing to buy it there. They understand how the cycle works. That's why the price has adjusted so far off that 60K. Now, going into it tomorrow, it's going to be quite exciting. So let's be ready. Let's see what happens. Maybe we get that push early. Maybe we don't. Maybe we just settle off, do the same thing before we make the next move. Bitcoin tends to consolidate quite nicely before it makes big moves. The last time we had a consolidation was in those 40s, right? It went up to 48. It went down to 40. Consolidated. Bam! Had a big mega 80% run like we talked, or 130% run like we talked about. I think it peaked at like 160. But here you go again. 70K down to 60K. Great 10K range. What was this? Roughly 49K down to 39K, right? 10K range. Yet again here, back when we were in the 40s, right? Mega move afterwards. So consolidation is really good. Volume has picked up, right? As well. Volume has picked up with the halving coming up and the ETFs. So quite a bit of cool stuff to be excited for. Let's get ready. And again, we're live every day, usually at 1 Eastern. So mark that down, usually 1 Eastern. But we're here going over the charts with you every day to keep you up to date with what's going on. Now, Bitcoin right now, daily time frame, bounced beautifully yesterday and closed above the 60K level. We discussed potentially giving us a closure over that 62. Didn't happen. But today, mega move, right? Today we had a very nice push through 64K. Ended up rejecting 64K. It's down right beneath 64, and that's all right. We like it that it's recovered yesterday's losses. Nearly fully recovered, right? We opened yesterday at 63,814. We're sitting at 63,658. So not much off. Not much off from that. Yo, what's up, Willis? How you doing, brother? What's up, Griffey? I saw Griffey there. Bitcoin Mania, what's up, buddy? Yeah, we're really looking for that push to 100K. So very exciting news coming up, and it's gonna be fun to watch how the market reacts tomorrow. Let's dive into that 4-hour time frame because we're starting to show the oscillator break structure a tiny bit here. So what I like to see for a setup of mine is when the oscillator is making lower highs and lower lows, I do like to see if this thing wants to push and extend to the opposite side, then come back and give me a higher low. So that's normally what I look for when I look for a decent setup with the oscillator matrix. Now that means tomorrow with the halving, you know, it could just be exciting, you know, excitement maybe drives price. Obviously, usually when the halving happens, it's usually, you know, it takes a minute for everything to settle off before it makes its next move. So, you know, that's why, again, we're here every day streaming with you guys to keep you up to date with everything going on. So it's not one of those things where it's just going to immediately explode into 100K, right? What's going to happen is just going to trade yet again the same. Now, this is the first time we've been into a halving with ETFs. It's the first time that we've had this much volume with Bitcoin rather than like in 2021. We had a ton of volume then. But again, we're getting more volume. We got Wall Street's attention and stuff like that. So there could be a difference between how volatile this is coming after the halving. But again, per the cycle, per what we've seen, right, and what we've already discussed, you could even see that we've had, you know, just slight movements and then a very nice increase. Slight movements, very nice increase. And that was even a few months before it started to get going. So we're not going to say it's going to just pump out of the gate because the halving happened, right? It all comes down to how the, you know, overall direction of Bitcoin adjusts with that reward being a much less, okay? So let's go ahead and see kind of how it goes into this next week. But, you know, if we want to be bullish on Bitcoin, especially on a 4-hour, we want to see this thing close up over 64,500. That'd break that lower high. Give us, you know, some push back over 65,500. I mostly would want to see that 65,500 break before considering being bullish on a 4-hour time frame, right? So overall, that would be the biggest price point on a 4-hour for a trade. I wouldn't, you know, recommend just saying, hey, I'm going to buy long because the halving is here, right? In my opinion, for Bitcoin, you treat it as an investment versus trading it. Unless you like trading it and you're good at trading it, sure, go ahead and trade it. But I would highly suggest just treat it as an investment. I treat it like an IRA, and I just throw funds into it when I can, right? So that's pretty much how I doing it. Ham, what's up, man? How you doing, buddy? Welcome. Yeah, I'll take requests. People asking after we go everything on the Pepe wheel, okay? I know, I just want to buy at the lowest. That's not, you can't think that way, man. You just got to do it. You just got to jump in. You just got to jump in and invest when you can. When you get dips, you invest. You know, I invest at highs, I invest at lows. That's why I said I treat it as an investment. I buy it like an IRA every single week, right? And since I've been doing that since like 2017, I bought some below 30K. I bought some below, you know, 20K. I bought some when it peaked in 2021 at 60K. But usually when you have these down cycles, when that year after the halving comes, it usually sets a new low from where it's been, right? It just trades there for a while, right? And then it starts picking up, and then it makes its move yet again. So usually those low periods are a lot longer than those high periods, which is really nice when you're doing long-term investments, right? So it is quite nice getting that average in down there. So guys, 60K big watch is going to be going into tomorrow, and obviously Bitcoin's 24/7, so going into the weekly close, which would be Sunday night. So really watch that on Bitcoin Weekly right now. All we want to see on the weekly is Bitcoin, for one, close over 60K. But even last week's low, if we can close over that, 6822, would be really nice. So let's close it like that. The weekly, though, is still extended on the oscillator, so I would like to see it reset a little bit more, which means maybe more consolidation in these 60s before picking up on that next move. So we'll keep a close eye on it as we continue to go over it. Let's hop over to Ethereum as it's made its break back over 3K. 4-hour broke downtrend. Yeah, I saw that. Why don't I use signals and overlays? I do, Donald. I do use signals and overlays. It's just sometimes I don't turn it on. It just depends if we use it all the time. So it just depends what I'm talking about at that moment. We look at all of them. I need to set mine back to Neo though. Let me actually save it like this. Sordic, I appreciate you, man, tuning in for a few minutes. Never bought any Bitcoin. Oh, it's never too late, my friend. It's never too late, but obviously I can't give financial advice. Yeah, go to bed, brother. Go to bed. But yeah, so Ethereum here. We'll start with just the price action concept in the oscillator matrix, right? Ethereum here making, that breakdown, right? It was a little bit more aggressive on the breakdown. The weekly time frame, right? The weekly time frame we were looking at was the idea of, a potential bull flag, but it got a little aggressive to that downside. The retracement here is quite nice, though. If you even pull from this recent consolidated period here, you can see it respecting the 618. If we pull even from this low here, we can even see that it's trying to bounce off the top as well of the golden pocket. So there is quite a bit of potential buyers, obviously, at 3K. It's very psychological. Hodl strong, my friend. I appreciate you being here. Thanks. So really what we like to watch on the weekly is to see if it can, at least when it's making these slight pullbacks, start to close over previous lows, start to close above it. You can see last week what happened. Last week closed below the previous week's low, right? This one closed below that one. So we ended up being red into this week as well. This week is starting to show that it kind of does want to close above the previous week's low. Previous week's low was 28.50. So seeing if we can close up here above 3K would actually be very, very nice. If we can close above 3K on Ethereum, this retracement was quite nice. From that high, you got a nice 24 or 25% retracement so far. I would like to see if, it wants to hold 3K. That'd be the overall idea here. So as you can see on that weekly, and why we mark our weekly levels, two major pivotal points, right? Two major pivotal points ended up being a exact reaction there on that 4K level. Same here with the 3,500. We wanted to see if we have any type of support. It tried on that 4 hour. If we dive in here, and the daily, actually, it tried to find, support on it. Originally didn't happen, broke right through it. Then it started treating it as a level to trade through. Daily ends up breaking structure, coming back down. Again, on a daily time frame, we are still bearish. I'm not going to look bullish until Ethereum breaks into bullish structure. There's not really any reason not to, right? So what's going to have to happen is it's going to, in my opinion, get back up over that 3,500 to give us any sort of hope right now from this downside move. Now, 3K being extremely psychological, it could very much just respect that level and continue from there. But we're still in bear structure on the daily. There's no reason to look bullish until we break it. And to start with breaking that, we have to break it on the 4 hour first. So Ethereum finally showing us that this order block here might be the order block to go with. Off of that 2,900. Obviously 3K is more important here, but off of 2,900 as well, you can see it breaking back out potentially of that 3,100 here soon, and then maybe go retesting at previous resistance, lining up with that very nice low that it set back when it tried to make that breakout move but didn't happen, right there at 3,200. So 3,200 is actually pretty strong. I would really like to see it go retest that before considering anything else, but 3,200 on that 4 hour would be my breakout price, looking for that 3,500. But overall, if we really want to be bullish on this thing, I want to see 3,500 breakout, okay? So really focus on 3,500 on Ethereum. That 4 hour there, the oscillator does look pretty nice. Let's go to the weekly really quickly and pull up the signals and overlays. All right, so default settings on signals and overlays, it is retesting a bullish neocloud. You know me, and the neocloud is one of my favorite features on these signals and overlays. And when it's inside that neo, we know that it's in a period where retracement is potentially showing us which direction it might want to go. We want to break out of that neo. In order to break out of the neo, we do have to get through 3,300. So let's see if we can get over that on this trend continuation potential. We'd have to get like a 3 signal to indicate that. But anytime price continues to trade through a neo cloud, usually it's not trending, it's more ranging. When it breaks out of a neo cloud, you start to see a trend, see how it traded above that neo. Let's go to the daily. and optimize our sensitivity, right? The dashboard says optimal sensitivity is 15, right? We change it to 15. So in this current state, as you can see here, when it broke out, or when it was hovering above the Neo, very nice trending state. Got that 2 signal, dropped into a bearish Neo cloud, and it traded through it, right? That's when it was consolidating. It eventually broke down and was trading below it, and now it potentially is trending as it is respecting previous lows just recently. So when that happens, right, this is yet another reason why we are waiting for this thing to break back out. So we want it to go back into the Neo to actually consider this thing to want to continue on this potential trend. So it needs to get back into a trending state. It's trying to on the downside right now, but again, 3K, very psychological level. Let's break on the oscillator first. You have bearish money flow as well down there. Let's break on that oscillator, and then let's break out of the 3,500 on Ethereum to actually give us a potential trend back to the upside. So we're really keeping a close eye on it. Oh, these guys talking. Oh my gosh. These spam accounts, man. Do they get like airdrops if they just push a coin on people's live streams or something? Derek, there's a lot of them, my friend. Derek, go check out Patrick Whelan. He actually does his only prop firms thing. They can tell you which one to pick. They'll help you out. All right. He's one of our affiliates. Let me go to Solana now. Yo, Void, how you doing, man? Okay. Hold on, let me do something here. Yo, BK, can you ban the guys talking about that one currency, please? Hey, guys, what's up? How we doing? We're about to talk about Solana here. All right, so, guys, y'all know the drill about Solana, right? Yeah, if it looks spammy like that, just kind of kick them out. All right. So Solana, guys, we had a decent pivotal point here, right? We had a decent pivotal point because of the open close low and open close high sitting here at the 134, 134.96, right? Now, if we go back into today, look what's being respected. Okay. BK is one of our Twitter bros. I shouldn't say bros. Guy's a Twitter wizard, I should say. The guy, he's one of ours. He is a mod, but I am gonna take mod applications here soon. Okay. I mean, if you're gonna come on here and shill a coin, man, you know, at least ask me a question about it or something. There's like 5 or 10 of you saying really spammy stuff. I'm sorry, I'm not gonna give into spam if you're gonna try to take over a live stream. All right. Yeah, Mary, you can see the bot just ping the indicators for you, okay? Dancing Jesus, the halving is tomorrow, okay? Halving is tomorrow. But yeah, the indicators are right there by the bot just pinged them to you. All right, guys, and remember, tomorrow we're doing a $300 giveaway, so make sure you join the main stream, right? If you're seeing a vertical version of the stream, by the way, make sure you're jumping in on the main one. It is the horizontal format, so click on the main YouTube channel, join over there. We're doing a $300 giveaway on that other stream today, so make sure you go over to that one. And also, you do need to be subbed to be a part of that giveaway, so make sure you hit that sub button. All right, guys, let's get into Solana here. BK, exactly, man. All right. So 34, right? 35 was that price. What does it come from, man? It comes from that weekly open close level, right? We discussed this before. That 34, 35 area we talked about that we really liked an investment on, right? Investment. Obviously, I can't give you financial advice, but and I know you guys know that, but I have to say it. So again, 35, guys, 35 here was a respected weekly level. If we go into that daily time frame, right? Yet again, price, you know, it broke beneath it a few times, but closed over it 1, 2, 3, 4 days in a row, nearly yesterday, but now we're trading back above it. So overall, if you even bought some at 35, you're already nearly sitting up 10 bucks. I mean, hit a high today of almost 141.44. So that would have been a really nice spot to potentially buy some more, but you can see that consolidation coming in and breaking out on that 4-hour time frame. So oscillator here is starting to break that structure with setting lower highs and lower lows, starting to flip back, as you can see, and it's giving that potential continuation here. So this area here, the 130s to 140, was honestly a very good price point on Solana for a potential start to that bounce. Now, like I always say on stream here, is when you hit those key levels, right, on weekly charts, when you hit those key weekly levels, those are always good levels to start buying some, right? You don't necessarily need to dump in all your money at a certain level, because you never know when price is going to hit another low. But when you go to those really large time frames, like a weekly or a monthly, and you map out those key levels, price points in which price has reacted from before, those can be really good indications on, hey, where's a good buy, where's a good sell. Okay, so like we talked about when we had this first initial run up, we were talking from the $100 level. That, you know, we really wanted to see the 134, we really want to see the 173, and then we talked about the 198. So all of those, though, even though it seems like a lot of levels, when you zoom out to that weekly time frame, I mean, 134 to 173, that's a big move, right? That's a big move from this price to that price, right? That's a 30% move. And then you're talking about 173 to, you know, 200, another 13% move. So they're actually not that close together. They're actually very spread out, and why the weekly is so good. So I'd always recommend those levels, and when you're going to, you know, build in positions over time, and that's something you should always do. Don't just dive in at one price, right? Build positions over time, especially if you want to do a more safe investment type strategy. So especially on something like Solana or Bitcoin, stuff like that, good long-term plays, right? But again, I can't give you financial advice, so I hope you understand that. But for that being a price point it traded through several times and it didn't, right? It's just honestly beautiful that it already bounced off of that level. So right now I'd be targeting, like, if you were a trader, right? First price point up there is like 154. That's what I'd be looking for. Amy, we're going to be going over ICP here in a second, guys. If you're just now joining the stream, here's what we're going to be actually going over. We're going to go over JTO, BNB, Coin, XRP, Mana, ADA, FET, ICP, Gala, and Pro. I'm going to go ahead and reset this camera because it's being a little weird. I don't know why it's doing that. But those are all the altcoins we are going to go over. But right now we're going over all the majors. I don't know why it's glitching like that. It's weird. I'll have to look at it later. Zach, this is TradingView, man. We're using TradingView right now. All right, so yeah, Solana coming back down here. If we pull up the daily on the signals and overlays, which is quite interesting. I don't know why it's doing that. I'll have to look at it later. We hit that optimal sensitivity. You can see it has flipped to those bearish candles. The price action, I will say, has been very, very clean on Solana, right? With that 3 continuation signal breaking out of that neocloud thickening, treating previous highs as support right here off the 130, and then making that very nice move into that 200 level. So seeing this like it is right now, what's really cool is the oscillator has fully extended to the downside down here. It's below that 20 level, which I do like to see quite a bit. So, you know, it has extended on this very minor move. So what we would want to see is at least coming back to retest kind of the 160s, 140s if you're a trader, right? We want to see that kind of trend flip back, okay? What is Pro, Mike? A few people were suggesting it. It looks kind of cool, actually. I do want to look at it. We're talking about Solana right now. Urban, appreciate you being here. Rapid, this is TradingView, man. This is TradingView. So that previous 3 signals sent us into a very nice trend move, right? Went up to hit the 200 price target we had mapped out from a weekly chart. It did flip, right? It had that bearish change of character, right? It flipped back and showed us bearish structure. Now, we are starting to treat a weekly level, and that's why I say there's a difference between trading and investing, right? When you're trading, you're respecting that market structure. When you're investing, you're waiting for really nice levels, key levels that people have clearly bought or, you know, sold at before. So that's why it's a big difference. When we're trading here, we wait for structure to actually shift. But 135 there was very solid on Solana so far. I want to see if I was to take a trade, if I dive into like a 4-hour time frame, this thing right now, we would want to see it. First off, respect that previous lower high there of 144. It needs to break through it and then show you a nice kind of bounce back, you know, get some buys off this level instead of sells like it already been showing. But if I were honestly taking like a more long-term trade on this, I want to see it break through that 155, and then maybe we'll have a potential setup up into the 200s. This is why I would look at like a daily time frame. price on this for Solana is going to have to really get going here. Show us that, you know, that 135 is a really well-respected level. It's already kind of trying to do that. But the oscillator is going to have to flip back. It's very low right now, so it's going to have to kind of show you that that structure wants to shift a bit. I'm very excited about that because we will more than likely take a nice trade on Solana besides the investing side. So we're kind of just waiting for that reversal to begin, okay? So really looking for that potential setup on Solana. But 135 was very, very nice. After that, I do want to go for, you know, that 173 price yet again, okay? Bitcoin gonna rip, Ethereum gonna rip harder. Oh, jeez. Okay. Yo, these later streams, BK, I don't know what's up with them. People are coming from all over the map. All right, let's talk about ES here and the NASDAQ ES today. Not that big of a day, right? It was only down roughly 64 points on the ES. We had a little bit of news today. We got Tesla downgraded. The existing home sales were down. White House was keep prices where they are. I heard an update on like they're going to try to even push interest rates to 2025 on the cuts front. Meta, BK said, releases next gen on their Llama AI model. Yeah, I saw that. Microsoft might get AI trust probe in the EU. US still trying to talk Israel. Talk Israel from retaliating. Okay, yeah, that's actually kind of smart. So obviously all eyes on the war, all eyes on rate cuts, lots going on in the market right now. Okay, so ES here though, from those highs, right? From those highs, as we saw before, we're seeing a full-on retracement, right? To that, you know, 5% level. We discussed now this correction, right? We're wrong about the 5% being a normal correction. Normal correction is roughly 10%. That's my bad. That I've been telling you before. Andreas, if you just signed up, just give support a break, okay? If not, make sure you reach out to support via the website, or just make sure you join the Discord and talk to them that way, okay? Crypto Gang, just go to the main YouTube channel, okay? It's the other format of the stream. This isn't our normal stream time, so you'll see there is another stream, but there's more people in the vertical format of this, so make sure you jump over to that other stream if you guys want the full experience. But 5% down, it's a decent retracement here on the ES. Obviously, common correction around 10%. But again, I do think that price is going to hold up above 5K. If we're talking just regular correction, nothing to do with the war whatsoever. Regular correction, nothing to do with interest rates, nothing to do with overall economy. 5K, great correction price, us holding on ES. For the NASDAQ, though, a little bit different because it just broke that 18K mark, right? For the NASDAQ, I think anything above 17 would be a little bit different. So anything above 17, pretty healthy. We did discuss 17.5 as well, right? Only shitcoin we shill is balls. That's pretty funny. Goodness gracious, Dennis. What do you mean? Why? Why are you convinced of that, man? We're not even that far down from the highs. So 17,500 on the NASDAQ, right? Oh, I don't know, man. We'll keep a close eye on it. But the happenings here, we're ready to rally. NASDAQ though, 17K is that mark. Definitely keeping a close eye on, right? 17,000. I think if it were to make a full retracement, right now, what are we at? 6%. 17. Anywhere above that, right, would be still above that 10% mark. So right now we're kind of approaching that first high volume order block, and that 17,500 is a really high watch, right? We got earnings coming pretty much starting this week, going into next week, and through the end of the month. So a lot of earnings are going to affect the price of this, on top of obviously the whole war going on in the Middle East. So we got to keep our ear to the ground, stay focused. If you do obviously want to get awesome current updates, keeping everybody up to date in real time, make sure you follow the Twitter at Luxalgo. Okay, I really appreciate you if you go follow that. But right now 17,500 key level. Would love to watch 17,500 become a bounce, but you know what? When fear hits the market, right, it's nothing but downside, right? And then yet again, we make those breakout runs. We do get some upside moves, but we usually always have a nice little pullback. As you can see, red and green always mix. Red is always stronger. So that downside move is pretty aggressive so far, but we're not too stressed out because we just had a very nice move. And yet again, price is starting to slow into today. So we'll see how it goes into tomorrow and the rest of the week. We still have that weekly candle potentially closing where it's at, or will it close back up? Well, we'll stay tuned tomorrow. Nice little reset there on the weekly chart, though, for the ES, as you can see it coming off a very large high. Yet again, another reason to always keep an eye on those oscillators out there. When it's extended, it's extended. That's just part of it. Price usually retraces regardless of what's going on, okay? That's just usually the overall cycle of how the market is, all right? We've been in a very large move, okay? If you remember, we're still, even on ES, we're still 5% up from the previous high, and that's just this year, right? And even on the NASDAQ, I should be even more, I'm pretty sure, if I could pull back the NASDAQ again. Maybe not. I thought it'd be more. It would be roughly the same, probably. Yep, 4.63%. So, obviously, NASDAQ's usually more volatile anyway. But yet again, we're not too worried about it. We're still above those previous highs. 5K on ES to hold. Let's keep it up. Let's keep it up there. It'd be nice. On the NASDAQ, above the 17,500. We're sitting right on top of it, but obviously we said 17K as well. So doesn't look too bad so far. Gold. Guys, gold. Oh, gold. Absolute monster. What did we say on gold? Well, yesterday, remember, we ended up setting that stop for profit, got closed. Now we're holding our very last position on gold, okay? We dove in full position down here, been riding this trend for a while, and we're waiting for our final take profit to show us 2 consecutive red days, which was yesterday. We ended up bouncing back today, so somewhat of a bummer, but not really. I mean, this trade's been absolutely insane. Going in with 10, locking out majority of them up here at the highs. We've been pretty dialed on this trade, but yet again, daily though, look at the daily. It's super extended on that oscillator, so at some point gold is gonna have to slow a bit. Weekly is not fully extended yet either, so the weekly actually could continue this run maybe up to 2,500. If war hits the the overall market, you'll probably see a nice spike on gold, but you've already kind of seen that. So we'll see what happens with gold as it trades up at these crazy highs, if it wants to hold up there or not. I don't know why the Pepe cam's doing that. If that's annoying anybody, let me know. I'm going to turn it off for now. We'll bring him back. But yeah, so that's kind of what we're waiting for gold to kind of either settle off, continue its move, or finally make that retracement that it's been desperately needing. Because man, overflow's been kicking in hard on the gold oscillator there. So even on the just the gold spot pair on Owanda, you can even see here weekly time frame still not fully extended. It's at 93, but it just flipped back. Absolute monster of a move. Great job if you did take that trade with us, and we did talk about that trade 1 billion times on stream. So great job if you were a part of that mega move. Gotta love it. Can't get better than that. Gold, all you need to see here, like we've talked about already, is continuous. We were waiting to see if we get 2 red days back to back. We finally did get those 2 red days here and there. Now that was barely red. That was more of a doji. If it's going to continue to close green, I don't see why there's no reason to continue to potentially hold. So maybe you wait for you to get actual red days, 2 red days similar to that. As you can see, every green day has been gobbled up every red day has been gobbled up by a green day. So nice move so far on gold. Still holding that value. Not a fear in sight just yet. So we'll keep a close eye on it. I only swing. Yeah, a lot of it's swinging more. Just part of it, man. But everybody trades the way they want. Okay. Yeah, Crypto Jeb, dude. We love him. He's one of our main dudes. But yeah, guys, a lot of trading I personally do is swinging. But I will say, you can, regardless of who you are, you can use the indicators and, in any style format of trading ever. That's the best part about them. No matter what type of trader you are, you can utilize it in that way. We talk about day trade sometimes, but not much. What does halving mean? Do you guys want me to go over the halving again? If you don't fully understand it, let me know. We can go over it for a sec. We can go over real fast if you don't fully understand it. Let me look at the euro really quick while we're on here. Poor euro, still in that bearish trend. Man, we still remember, like we talked about, we still want to see the 1.1615. It tagged 1.6, but we saw this order block thing down here. 18% order block. Yeah, man. I got you. We can talk about it. So halving is pretty straightforward. If you guys don't know, the cycle is pretty much continuing, right? Where the cycle talks spikes back up when the halving comes. So, you know, here you go. Halving 1, we had a 400% increase that went into a 7,000% increase. Now, that was before Bitcoin was at the value we are today and the amount of volume being traded. Halving 2, we had a 110% increase into a 283% increase. This is year in, year out on halving date. So right now on the halving, we are sitting similar to what we were on the second one. We're sitting at a 130% increase from last April. So going into this next April, right? Year over year, April 2025. If we were very similar, we're looking for that 283% increase. Now, why does this happen, right? Why has it been happening for over 10 years, right? Why has this been a thing? Why is there a cycle, you know? And it's because all of Bitcoin hasn't been fully mined yet. There is a set amount of Bitcoin that can be mined. It won't fully be mined until we're dead, pretty much, okay? It won't fully be mined until we're dead. So that's kind of exciting for us, the ones that are experiencing Bitcoin and the halving effects that it has. So essentially, right, you hear people talk about the blockchain, right? So the blockchain obviously is just a bunch of blocks that have to be solved, right? What solves those blocks, right? A lot of transactions going through to solving a block, right? So computers are communicating with each other, right? You got a bunch of computers communicating with each other, right? When these computers communicate with each other, trying to solve a very hard puzzle, when that, aka a block, right? That's why you see these blocks right here, 160 blocks remaining. When a block is solved, whoever was a part of that block being solved, right, they get granted a reward, right? Those computers get granted a reward. That's how Bitcoin is generated, okay? That's how Bitcoin is generated, through that reward. Now, every halving, what happens is that reward, right, the Bitcoin reward, let me get rid of that. The Bitcoin reward, I can't draw well on TradingView. Let's just call this Bitcoin. That Bitcoin reward gets literally sliced in half, right? So you need more computing power to get more reward, indicating that the supply starts to become less over time. Even though there's a set supply, in order to get that, you know, supply that's not been touched yet, you have to have more computing power to access that supply. So if the computing power can keep up, you know, a lot of times it can't. It's still a little bit, you know, lagging compared to the amount of Bitcoin that actually be mined. Then overall that supply slowly decreases over time, meaning the more popularity Bitcoin gains, the easier and faster, or I would say the higher Bitcoin price ends up going, okay? So that's pretty much the overall basics of what happens. Right, no, I mean, it's if you solve the full block yourself, right? If you solve the full, so you'll hear about lottery miners, okay? Lottery miners is something where there's a little device, and if they somehow get really lucky and they hit the lottery, that's why it's called lottery miner, meaning that completes the block, it solves the block by itself at the most random time, then it'll get granted the full reward, right? So that's why you'll hear about those lottery miners all the time, and some people have successfully done that. And essentially, they'll get granted, you know, a full Bitcoin or however much, half a Bitcoin. Sometimes it can be random, but they can get granted a massive amount of Bitcoin. But that's, you know, that's what lottery miners are for. People love doing this, and I've thought about buying one, but we just looked at the more if we can look at that maybe on another stream, man. But yeah, it's pretty straightforward, guys. It's all about, you know, the supply of Bitcoin. We're in such a fun time that Bitcoin hasn't been fully mined. When Bitcoin is fully mined, and we could even see, like, here you go. You can even type in, when will all the Bitcoin be mined, right? We could even search this. 2140. I can tell you right now that I probably will not be alive, okay? Unless there is somehow a way Bitcoin can be mined, you know, 1 billion times faster, more than likely. 2140 is the estimate. I don't think I'm going to be alive around that. I don't think a lot of us will. So yet again, the network will no longer produce new Bitcoin. So when that happens, it all comes down to the psychological idea of the market, of the crypto market. Okay. So there is, you know, that's going to come down to when Bitcoin could be any price at that point. So, yeah. Do I think it's worth investment in Dogecoin? I mean, dude, that's one of those that's like, if any meme coin is worth the investment, it probably would be Doge because of the backing from Elon and some of these other crazy creators, and it's one of the original meme coins as well. But yeah, that's pretty much how it goes with Bitcoin halving. But yeah, it's the generalized basics. It makes sense, right? It makes sense. It's pretty, you know, that's why these cycles been so insane, and why, you know, we believe in history and how it repeats itself in the overall technology, that what the blockchain is. It just makes, you know, makes a lot of logical sense. Okay, so going into that, I think we're gonna jump to the Pepe wheel. All right. So, what is day trading? You buying and selling an asset in the same day, pretty much. All right, guys. All right. So, Pepe picks the wheel. I don't know why he's glitching out. It might be because I have two similar. Yeah, this thing's going nuts. We're gonna start with Pro, I guess. You know what? I'm gonna actually let me see something real quick. Where is that? All right, let's try this again. Maybe he won't go nuts. Are we better now, buddy? Hopefully. All right, PRO is the first one up. Let's go over Pro. And it's not. Why is it doing that? I'll look at it later. PRO. Yo, what's up, Kadri? How you doing? Guys, welcome to the live stream. Tomorrow, we're doing a $300 giveaway on the halving, which is kind of exciting. If you want to be a part of that giveaway, make sure you sub to the YouTube channel and you join the main stream tomorrow, okay? The main stream is the horizontal version of the stream, okay? So overall, Pro here. Wow, Pro got some crazy volume. Yo, what's up? HH with the Pepe. What time stream tomorrow? Same time as normal, man. Same time as normal. Always expect the stream at 1 Eastern, okay? Or between 1 and obviously 2 Eastern. Sometimes we do like 1:30, but always expect it at the normal time. Okay. So, let's see here. PRO. Well, the 4-hour did have that bear exchange character, but we just now broke structure on that current downtrend that it's been in. As you can see here, we had lower highs form on the oscillator with lower lows. This is actually lining up to a strategy that I really like, but it hasn't fully played out yet. So I will actually add this to a setup list. I will add this to a setup list. But essentially what I like to look for is a full extension from extended to extended, right? So tomorrow, if it's bullish, right? If tomorrow's bullish, more than likely I will look for a setup in the next few days. But again, this 4-hour extending up here, coming back down, creating that turning point, usually indicates that it's done with that previous trend. It might go and flip into, you know, the opposite trend in which it's been in. So PRO does look pretty good, so long as it creates a bullish turning point above that 50% level, or that 50 level on the oscillator. Sorry. So that's what I'll fully be watching, okay? So Pro here, watching for that retracement. I do like that it has tried to flip back on that daily time frame, though. It respected previous highs. Gotta love when it respects structure. Today, very strong day. Let's see if it can continue into tomorrow. This is a very good start to where Pro could head. Right now, upside target would be 373, and then $4 again. Obviously, had resistance off $4. Let's go to the 4-hour here. 340 was that high, obviously coming from, guess what? Open close period on that 4-hour. Always target open close levels is one of my favorite targeting points on the highs there. But if this is going to fully reverse, it has to show us that a higher low can be formed, and it wants to continue. This could even turn into an inverse head and shoulders, which would be ideal. One of the best reversal patterns ever. So we'll definitely keep a close eye on that. I would again say $3. $3 would be a great job. Wow, I made this. Just having to check it. Yo, Brad. What's up, man? Looking for RSI divergence. Yeah, it's very possible. Honestly, it's not really going to happen anymore. Not, or at least on a 4-hour. Daily could happen to a bearish divergence, but 4-hour won't have that bullish divergence anymore. Unless for some reason it sets a lower low, which I highly doubt on this push retesting a previous high volume high there is going to do that. It'll probably set a higher low. I'll bet around setting that higher low. Let's keep going. If you're new here, guys, welcome. Tomorrow, $300 giveaway on the main stream, the horizontal stream version ADA. Next up, my friends, ADA. I don't know why it's doing that. So make sure you hit that sub button. You can be a part of that giveaway tomorrow, and you're part of the other stream in the morning. The other stream has the entire screen rather than it cut off. ADA, guys, let's get to it. ADA. I'm still sick. I'm trying to get out of this sickness. Driving me freaking nuts. But I just have mucus everywhere. It's really gross. Mucus in your throat is the worst feeling. All right. Enough of that. Okay. Jacob, chill, bro. All right. Weekly, right? On ADA, what do I always do? Weekly levels. Weekly levels, we mark them off. We have pivotal levels right here. Pivotal level there. This low already, you know, for no reason. Pivotal level here, right? ADA 78. Now watch this, though. Watch this right here. So ADA 78, right? Did we get a perfect reaction?
Who's your daddy?
I mean, if you've been here before, you know what that means. Literally, though, this is why you mark off weekly levels. I always recommend marking off open close levels. Here, massive bull run off of that. Boom, boom, 2 weeks. Huge gain off 78. Comes back down, you know, rejecting there, rejects there. I mostly took it because of that one. But yet again, huge pivotal there. Bounces off this, huge pivotal, breaks through. This was where that major reaction happened. Yet again, get another major reaction right into that 45 level. So, I mean, that just comes from marking weekly levels. Absolutely insane. MP said, question about the order blocks. What does the green bars indicate? Green and red bars are, you know, the volume side, right? Was there more bullish or bearish volume at that order block? In this case, there was more bulls versus bears, but you think opposite, okay? So when you see these order blocks, you always think opposite to what it's telling you. If there's more bears, right, that means bears were strong at that level. Meaning if price were to actually go retrace that level, more than likely it would have a more bullish reaction because those bears could be exhausted, right? So down here, more bearish volume at this order block. If price were to go touch this order block, you have higher odds of the bulls stepping in because it used to be bears at that level. So that's pretty much the way to go about it. Right now, though, we continue to trade on 88 over 45. I like it. I would like to see it actually over 50. But this range here between 56 and 45, or let's just say 55 and 45, I really do like it. This is 88, man. If you want to see a, you know what? That's actually probably a good idea. Hold on, let's try this real quick. Well, I'm going to do that later. I got a good idea for that. We're looking at 88 right now. If you want to see the full screen, by the way, man, just go to the other stream, okay? If you're in the vertical format, you're in the wrong stream. This is just, you know, wants to hit people scrolling through YouTube and Instagram and TikTok, okay? So, yeah, go to the main stream on the YouTube channel. 45, though, if we're holding up over 45, guys, in between 45 46 on that daily time frame, then we, you know, we overall like it. That's a weekly level we've been watching. I would honestly, it has to get over 50, though. I would really like it over 50 to consider any type of trade. If it's in this range, I like it, but I wouldn't say that it's worth the overall moves. Give me 1 second. All right. RVP, I buy regardless of the halving. Halving is just part of the cycle, man. It's a start to the next bull run. I'm staking ADA until it gets close to 109. Interesting. Staking is fun. I've just staked before a few times. Okay, ADA, yeah, 45. Watch it to continue to close over that, but overall, that weekly time frame is what we mostly focus on. So the 45 looks really nice. You can even see though on this side of things on the signals and overlays, it flipped to a bearish neocloud. So again, we just want consolidation between 45 and 55. Okay, let's move on to the next one. Still bearish though. Still in a bearish trend. I don't know why the cam's glitching. But on to the next one, y'all. These are suggestions from you guys before or at the beginning of the stream. Okay. So if you are part of the beginning of the stream, make sure you come in and suggest what you want to go over. Let's go over Gala. He said he can't find the mainstream. All I gotta do, dude, is go to the YouTube. You see right here, this cycle is near this one. You just go to the main YouTube channel, right? Should be right there. I can go on my phone and even look into. What the hell am I analyzing? I'm analyzing what people have suggested. This is Gala. We already, guys, if you want Bitcoin analysis, Ethereum analysis, gold analysis, NASDAQ analysis, ES as in SP 500 analysis, Solana analysis, we went over all of those at the beginning of the stream. We are going over ones people suggested now. So make sure you tune in to the beginning of the stream if you want to go over those, okay? Or you go back in the main stream. I'm going to double check that this is on the channel. Yeah, it is. I see it. Yeah, so just go to live there. You'll see there's 2 streams live on our channel right now, okay? Make sure you click the other one if you want to look at the main stream. Okay. All right, so Gala bouncing off that previous pivotal. Now, there's a lot of levels here on the weekly for Gala. Right? These are the levels I would always mark. Clear pivotal points, right? Clearly 3 cents there, obviously bounced. Now, if I want, this is still bearish in my opinion. If you want to be bullish on this, it has to get over 6 cents and then honestly fully break 7. Down here, you know, this comes with do your own research. I would only buy this if it's worth the investment. That comes down to you and what you think the future of Gala is. I'm not going to suggest anything like this one. I would look into it first. I don't know anything about this one. We've gone over it on stream a few times when it comes to the price action side of things, but price action side of things, it needs to get over 6. Honestly, to be fully bullish, I need it over 7, but I would start looking to the long side over 6 cents. Right now, it would still be bearish if it continues to trade under 5 cents. So not much to talk about. It is the bottom of the oscillator as well down there. So it could start to give you that reversal setup, but it has to get over 6 for me, okay? Has to get over 6. Oh, yeah, Uni. What's up? You made it, brother. What's up? Uni made it to the other stream. Let's go. Guys, tomorrow. All right, next up, JTO. I don't know why that camera's glitching. Yeah, it's kind of driving me nuts. Let me disable it. Oh, maybe because it's that? Let's just turn it off. And do this again. Maybe? Nah, it's still wanting to glitch. All right. Next up was JTO. What's a good program to use in Canada? I'm pretty sure Canada has a lot of really good exchanges you can use that US can't. Binance probably. Why are you not trading with what? Okay, I don't know what. Eat pizza with ketchup. Yeah, what are these comments? Why are you not trading with what you saw? I don't understand what you mean. I'm looking at exactly what we these. You're seeing the price action concepts indicator and the signals and overlays and oscillator matrix right now. Just this is my version of them. All right, guys. So yeah, everything you see here is us, man. Okay, so right now JTO did break structure with that change code, as you can see. Hey, Christopher, I appreciate it. Any tips for beginner traders? Just start watching the charts, man. This is what I get when I stream late. Hey, man, family first. Pepe on your lap. Actually, I could spin it in front of me, right? That's a good idea. Tanzi said ketchup and pizza is tasty. Goodness gracious. Yeah, what is this late night crowd? What did I get myself into, Ham? What is this late night crowd? I'm just kidding. All right, daily time frame. JTO. Weekly open close high right here. Boom. 350, right? Daily time frame. That's what I want to see. We got to break back over that on the daily. Signals and overlays here in that 3 signal here on the weekly. Let's go to 12. Usually you go to optimize sensitivity. It's not fully, you can't fully optimize it yet because there's not enough data. 11 though, on the 4-hour time frame, you can see 2 signal here coming into that bearish neocloud. Remember what we said, when it's trading below or above a neocloud, it's in a nice trend, right? So it's starting to come out of that bearish trend. You can see the bullish change character here on the price action concept. Ooh, I will say JTO on a 4-hour is going to show our setup, potentially our setup. I'm going to add this to my setup list. I'm adding this to my setup list, JTO. What was that other one I was saying that I would add to? So our normal setup on this is oscillator matrix, right? Lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower highs, lower lows, lower lows. It did have a high low there. That's fine. But it was in a clear downtrend. It breaks out of the downtrend, extends to one side like it is already. If I get a bullish turning point down here on like a 4-hour, if it comes back and I get a printed green dot somewhere right here above that 50 level with a nice gap, I will be taking a trade on JTO, so I'll be keeping a close eye on that one, on that 4-hour time frame. Does look great. Ranch on pizza, 100%, dude. Overall, 100% ranch on pizza. Pineapple with pizza? Guys, pineapple with pizza, you kidding me? Airs in the chat on that one. Airs in the chat on that one. Christopher, I stopped watching Nor. I mean, yeah, I think hadn't he proven that he's a real trader? I mean, he was a fake it till you make it type of guy, I'll tell you that. But I will say, you know, he's shown enough evidence now that he trades for real. But again, guys, I mean, it does come down to dedication. If you're going to be dedicated to anything, you're going to eventually be successful with it. You just have to stick to it, okay? And that's pretty much what he did. Who's your daddy, HJ said? I got you, bro.
Who's your daddy?
I've been a little late on the sound effects this time around. Listen to the chill app. JTO is your biggest investment since you started. Well, it's starting to look really good, I will say that. If you bought it down here in the low 2s, great job. 346 though. Want to get back over that, and I like it, okay? 4-hour though, potential setup. If it gets over 346, is probably going to show us the overall setup. So it looks good, man. But again, all about dedication, my friends. If you want to be successful at anything, you got to be dedicated to it. It'll take it. Oh yeah. Pepe wheel in my hands. What's next? What's next, Pepe? BNB on the board, okay. BNB. Look at Bitcoin, man. Random, we went over Bitcoin for about 30 minutes earlier, okay? Go back on the stream. Go to the beginning of the stream. It's always the first thing we go over. Now I'm taking people's suggestions that we had earlier, okay? It's just how the stream works. But welcome. Appreciate you being here. All right, BNB. Y'all suggestions? Y'all know the drill. First off, we're in a range. So what we do with range is we look at fixed range profiles. First thing we do. AKA the fixed range profile. If you're on stream the other time, I think earlier this week we did look at this. Christopher, yeah, we do. It's not my personal though. This is like the company Discord. I am in there every once in a while, but I'm not like super close with everybody trading in there. I will say that. So mostly you're gonna get any of your questions answered by me on the stream. Okay. Pepe's on it today. He is. So, all right, guys, a BNB, right? BNB, we discussed that value range on the daily, right? BNB back up over 542. Okay. BNB back up over 542. Now trading at 550, right? We talked about this getting back into this value range. Now, if we head to that 4-hour though, we can see it is starting to break a little bit of structure. We had a nice lower high there that just broke in. Low volume though so far. Low volume on this break. If we pull up the signals and overlays, let me optimize it to 15 here. We were in a trending state to the downside, trading below the Neo. Usually when we're trading below the Neo, like we discussed before, we are in a trending state regardless on what side we are at, okay? I usually stream at 1 Eastern there. Any notification when you set up trades? Yeah. Every time I do have a set notifications in the oscillator matrix for when a setup occurs. But we talk about it on stream regardless. All right, guys, so we're retesting the neocloud. It's always a good first sign to potentially a reversal. Now, that being said, you can see what happens when price trades through a neocloud. it's usually that's when it's consolidating. When it trades outside of it, it starts to trend. Now, we're inside that neocloud right now. Is this going to disrespect it, or is it going to respect it? Sorry. And head to the downside, or is it going to break out of the top side of that neocloud? Now, that being said, the daily time frame here is where we're at. If I optimize this one again to the 13 here, we can see we did have a bear signal after a very large move. You can see, though, when the neo is flat and we're touching it, we're consolidating. When the neo starts obviously stepping up and price trading above it, it's starting to trend aggressively. So yet again, we're in a bullish neo on the daily, but we're trading through it, indicating a range. So I would like to want to get above this. Give me a 3 continuation signal like we got before. And then on the signals, or on the oscillator, give us another flip of that change of character, because this one was not respected, so it's not an actual thing. And then the oscillator respect the top side of the oscillator. Money flow was staying bullish, as you can see down here. Money flow staying bullish. It did break bear structure right there. So as it peaks up here, we need to start seeing bullish turning points. If we get those bullish turning points on BNB, it maybe will actually get out of this downtrend. So overall, though, that on the daily there we talked about, though, respecting that range, which is nice. How do I apply to be a mon? I'm gonna come up with something soon. The retrace, though, very nice. You do have to be a part of the HODL gang, though, Crypto Nutty. I will say that. My HODL gang members. 500 was a very significant price on BNB. We saw that beautiful reaction before from this level. 500, and then we're obviously targeting that 651. BNB so far still holding up, though, above 500. So this week I would want to see it close bullish, but as long as it closed over last week's low, that'd be nice, over 508, which it looks like it's going to. You got 3 days left. This is TradingView, man. Those asking about the platform. Is Bitcoin going to pump tomorrow or not? All right, guys. Halving doesn't just drive a pump immediately. It comes over time, man. So look at past movements with halvings, and you'll understand. Usually it takes a little bit to get it going, but we are excited about it. So we'll be on stream, though, talking about it every day. All right, let's keep going. BNB is the last one. Pepe Cam, you working now? Probably not. Still glitching. Pepe Cam, come on. Pepe Cam's just glitching today. Always something. There you go. ICP. Let's get it. Four hour. Still a little sick, guys, so ignore my coughs. I'm sorry. All right, extended on ICP. Extended way down there, which is interesting. Same with it. Jeez, man. The consolidation on this is insane. Okay, so this thing coming off of that, I'd rather look at a daily here. More than likely, guys, with this range here, I'm going to do a fixed range as well. All right, trading at POC, okay. Trading at POC here, 1285. I would want to get back up over that. It did extend on the oscillator, which is a good sign. As you on the vertical there, you can see it below my head, or to the right of my head. Extended quite nicely down there from peak to peak, which is interesting. So what would I want to see? I honestly would want to see this thing go retouch the top of that value range, 1487. Now, not just that, okay. For structure to kind of come back into play, I really want it at least above that 15 level. 15 level, if it comes into play, I'll talk about it a little bit more, but I would want to see a first extension, so pretty much a V bounce from here over 15, 16, then give me a higher low. If a higher low actually confirms itself, could be worth the actual buy. If you're long-terming something like ICP, this is the bottom of a value range, meaning that is a decent price. Or sorry, it's dead center of value range out of POC, meaning that it's not a bad price. But that's long-term. That's a do-your-own research type thing, something that's not necessarily in the trading psychology of it. But if you're looking investment-wise, investment psychology, this is good value, a lot of volume traded. Any high volume levels traded, always good value, okay? So that's pretty much ICP here. Let's get over 15, 16. I like it. It's at the bottom of the range right now. 4 hour time frame. First start needs to break 14, right, and go right into that imbalance that you're sitting there. Oscillator matrix, or sorry, signals and overlays still trading below the Neo. That indicating that I'm not going to look to the upside till we get inside that Neo cloud, and it's not trading that Neo cloud anymore. So it is trending still to the downside. So I'd be more bearish than bullish until we get a full structure break, but the oscillator is starting to show that break. Yo, Crypto Naughty joining the Huddle Gang, dude. Welcome, man. Crypto Naughty, now you have a chance to be a mod, but I appreciate you. Guys, the Huddle Gang, what is it? Well, every Friday, aka tomorrow, we do a $300 giveaway. If you want to be a part of that, you have to be a part of the mainstream first off. If you're in a vertical format of the stream, it is not the mainstream. So welcome, Crypto Naughty. Really appreciate you. Huddle Gang's in the chat for Crypto Naughty. He locked in, though, 5 entries to every Friday giveaway. Every Friday giveaway, Crypto Naughty gets 5 entries. Everybody that's not a Huddle Gang member only gets 1 entry. Okay, so again, Huddle Gang, though, is literally $1 to join. If you have YouTube Premium, you do get to sign up for free as well. So check it out. If you like the stream, you want to be a part of it more often, consider joining the Huddle Gang. All right, guys, let's see if this picks it. What you got for me? One more time for the Pepe wheel. All right, mana was hit. All right, yeah, this one's gonna be quick. Okay, mana here, quite interesting. Mana coming back down, breaking this low here. You know, yeah, nice. All right, so very aggressive moves to the downside. I'm definitely gonna be bearish on mana for now. Again, do your own research. This is in itself at a good level for a potential investment, right? If this is something you like, you want to invest in mana, not a bad level. I can't give out financial advice. Y'all understand that, but again, this is not a tradable level, but it is an investment level, okay? That's pretty much what I'd say. On dips, those are good opportunities for investors, all right? Not traders. Traders, you follow the trend. That's just part of the trading process, okay? You want to be able to trade a trend versus buying at the lows, okay? Investing, this is a low that's worth a potential buy, but again, can't give you financial advice. Again, though, mana, I mean, the volume's so dead down here. I'm not a huge fan of that. Daily didn't go anywhere. Not a huge fan of that. Sold off mega. Okay, so I would do my research on this if you're going to be willing, but high volume level. For a trader, though, we got to get good volume, break 50. Good volume, break 50, then we could start looking maybe for an upside trade. But otherwise, I'd be bearish on this thing. Let's move on. Next up, Coinbase. Coinbase. All right, so remember, we are in earnings season now, yet again. Quarter 2 coming out, I think. No, quarter 1, sorry. Quarter 1 reports, my bad. Coinbase had a great year, obviously, because Bitcoin did really well and crypto market's been booming recently. So great year. They lost money last year before they were gaining a lot of money, or making a lot of money, sorry. But in the 200 price range, I do like this price on Coinbase, I will say. But let's see here. Daily time frame retesting those lows. So obviously, it's going to follow kind of the Bitcoin dip as well. Setting lower low on the oscillator. This is a good sign because it just set a lower low to the extended level on the oscillator. That's a good sign that these movements have been healthy. Now, what we need to see is we need to see buyers come in. The halving should potentially push that. If it does happen, let's see for a break above 240 and go above that and continue from there. So 240 will be that level. I'm going to be kind of watching from those previous lows, previous support trying to come into play. But that would also indicate that the oscillator does want to break as well. Zake, we went over Solana earlier, man. Make sure you go to the other stream and you zoom back. Get to that other one. All right, so 240 though does look good if we can get up over that price. But again, right, bottom of that range. Let's go to a weekly time frame though. You know, is this good value? I would 100% say this is good value. Seeing this now, even it makes you want to potentially go get some more. But again, I can't give financial advice. So this right now would be good value. Honestly, anything if this trend was going to continue above 188. Would be considered good value, but the biggest reason is because, in my opinion, right here, when it first made that first bounce, it came down to this price point, and respected it quite nicely on a weekly time frame. Now, the best value would have been down here below, down in the 80s, but again, I don't think you can get that price anytime soon unless Coinbase has a bad earnings or something. But again, this earnings should be good. yet again. So it dipping here, though, is a good start to, yet again, another potential good buy on Coinbase. Now, if you want, you can potentially wait for it to break 200. But again, we talked about that weekly, and the weekly lows are sitting down there at 208. So you could potentially... How much do you consider Bitcoin price to a coin trade? What do you mean? I mean, this is going to move like when Bitcoin moves. I wouldn't necessarily say they move next to each other. But yeah, I would say right now 200 to 190 would be very good prices. This low here was 205, so that would have been the best. That would have been the best there. Anywhere close to under 210 would have been probably pretty good. Daily time frame, though, you know, it's still in that bear structure. It's in it right now. It's rejecting. With the war talks, that's the only thing, is coin will get affected by that. Bitcoin will also be affected by that. Every major market will be affected by that. So that's something to really keep your ear to the ground, and reason why you should follow our Twitter if you want to get constant updates on what's going in the world, as well as technical analysis, okay? So coin here, really keeping a close eye on that 200 level. Good value, though. Good value for now. D and Earl. Earl, we're going to go over XRP here in just a second. D, my friend. D, we went over gold earlier. Make sure you go back in the stream and check out gold. But you also are on the... we're going to go over XRP right now. You're also on the vertical format of the stream. Make sure you go to the main YouTube channel and you click the other stream if you want to be a part of that. So tomorrow, or Tom, or whatever your name is, asked, is the 4-hour daily chart better for swing trading? That's the wrong question to be asking, I will say. You want to use them together, man. They're both great. Always look at a daily, always look at a weekly, always look at a 4-hour for making your trade. Man said XRP to 200 within the next year. Earl said, Papa Nut said, no way XRP hitting 200 next year. I 100% agree. Do you recommend getting ATT tech gear set up first? I'm struggling on the phone to learn. What do you mean? Oh, all tech gear set up first. Okay. Let's just continue with XRP. XRP to 200, that's very optimistic. I mean, it's never even gotten close to that price. So XRP, I'm on the wrong thing. Let me go to XRP. Oops. Let's go to its original exchange, Bitstamp, and see. Look here. Nah, yeah, it's not going to do it. The highest price it's had is above $3. Would be insane. Okay. XRP, though, where might it be? That's the question. This thing just has been a fluke forever. It had its run. I think right now it's, you know, investment-wise, I mean, you're not sitting at that bad of a price on 50 cents, but there's so many new currencies and new tech within the blockchain that, honestly, they're probably better than XRP. But we'll see. XRP was originally, or just recently, talked about being, you know, the stable coin, you know, launching a stable coin or whatever. So we'll continue to keep an eye on it. Right now, 50 cents, not terrible. We discussed 71 cents when it finally had that breakout. Yet again, rejected it for the 100th time. It's bearish right now. I will say weekly time frame is very bearish on XRP. If it's going to trade below this 50 level, I wouldn't even look to the upside. Let me get over 55, and then I'll be talking about upside potential. But for now, this thing could very well, it already touched 43. That's crazy. This could very well go touch 40 again. Daily time frame, just struggling. 4-hour, again, need to get over 55 to consider any upside. Wally said, hey, I'm new to trading. What am I looking at? If you ask, you are looking at a trading view chart. The website's called Trading View. You're looking at candlesticks on a 4-hour time frame. What's the first 3 things for fresh beginners to start learning? This guy said. First off, you can have a free account on TradingView. I would do that. Secondly, you need to come up with a few symbols that you're interested in, like Bitcoin or SPY, aka the SP 500. Like if you like Nvidia, like if you're a gamer, you want to look at Nvidia stock. You want, if there's like Solana is a cryptocurrency you want to get into or something, I would have those in a watch list on your chart and then just watch how it trades. Okay. Putting in the time every day to look at the charts is a great way to start. You just want to then start researching on YouTube what you want to be. Do you want to be an investor? Do you want to be a trader? Do you want to be a day trader? Do you want to be a swing trader? At the end of the day, day trading is the hardest thing in the world. Now, you could be built for it. There's not very many people that are, but you could be built for it. I would highly recommend trying it for a year. See if you have what it takes on the day trading side. If you don't, that's okay. There's other types of trading. Like for me, I'm not really built for day trading. My risk factor is too great for the day trading side of things, so I swing trade, and that's what's been successful for me. Now, everybody's going to have a different thing that they're successful at, but again, it's all about dedication. This is crypto. Forex is an interesting animal. Forex might be a little complicated for you. I would start with crypto or stocks before jumping into something like Forex. Elliott Wave's principle is the only thing a trader needs to know and learn to understand the markets and be profitable, nothing else. I could argue that. It could work for 100 people, but one of those it might not work for. It just comes down to what you're into. Christopher, swing trading is holding a position for more than a day usually. I recommend, honestly, swing trading is to me like a week at least, if not longer. Investing is holding longer than a year. I would even say 4 or 5 years is investing. And then day trading is buying and selling in the same day. But let's continue with FET. Somebody wanted FET, and then that's the last ticker symbol. And then we'll be back tomorrow at 1 Eastern. Kind of explain risk to reward. It all comes down, Mari, to your trades, right? If you are a winner, if you win one trade every 5 trades you take, then you need to make sure your risk to reward is 1 to 5 per trade. Makes sense? Any active trade, where you have a trade in gold we've been holding on a swing for a while. We've already closed majority of it. We've closed majority of our gold trade, but we're holding the last one. We had 10 of these. We're holding the very last one here. But just to see if it wants to continue. Yeah, Wally, I got you, brother. I appreciate you being in the stream. Make sure you come back if you want to continue to have your interest. It seems like all these buys and sells and base fees wouldn't blow up its profits. What do you mean? Would or wouldn't? Sorry, I can't read that. Would. What do you mean on... Are you talking about Coinbase? Yeah, 100%. I mean, base, they just launched their, that base crypto or whatever. Let's go back to FET, sorry. Let's do Tether. I'll definitely be back, mate. I appreciate that, Christopher. Thanks for tuning in, buddy. Tomorrow, if you join the mainstream, you can have a chance to win $100, get you started on your trading journey, man. But we also do giveaways every Friday, so... But hope to see you in those Friday streams as well. Okay, guys. FET here respected the previous low, right? So higher, low. That's an uptrend. High, lower high. And then now respecting creating another lower high off of that imbalance, right? So it rejecting that previous low here indicates that FET has confirmed that it is in a daily downtrend right now. We can also, view it here on the signals and overlays. So the signals and overlays indicator, we can optimize it as it says in the dashboard 18. It rejected that Neo Cloud. The Neo Cloud lines up beautifully with that previous higher low, indicating this is very good price action, I will say. So FET rejecting that very nicely. Let's go to a weekly time frame. Weekly, though, still bullish as it's, had this mega move. Obviously makes a lot of sense. inside that weekly imbalance. So FET here, we've discussed that $3 a lot. $3 was such a good price point to take profit because it is a newer one, and this does have very high volume, which is awesome. I know there's, somebody was mentioning this before. Somebody was mentioning how they're combining with something else to create a new token or something. But again, for FET, obviously this has high volume. Right now, consolidating nicely. When you see this much consolidation, meaning price trades back and forth in similar levels, usually it's trying to make its next move. So we'll see if it wants to break out, which I would want to see it break through 240. If it breaks through that, you could see a nice bullish upside. If it breaks down, I would want to see it break under 188, okay? So if it breaks down under that, then we could potentially see another downside move. But right now, it's a very well-respected level. So I would want to see this thing get back up over 240 and then potentially an upside move through $3 again. So this is a very nice retracement. Very nice retracement, I would say. Crazy volume came into this, too, when it had this recent move. So the recent move here, you can even see here off from that last pivotal point, it's bouncing off that 50% retracement, which is obviously a very healthy retracement. Also the 618, which is even better. So it's respecting that quite nicely. So this week, see if we can close over $2, and we'll go into next week and then discuss that 240 level if it breaks back out. Savage, I appreciate you, man. Thanks for coming back in. What do you trade? Just came across your account. Daniel, we trade everything. We go over anything anybody wants to go over. We always look at Bitcoin. We always look at gold. We always look at the NASDAQ. We always look at the ES or SP 500. We always look at, stocks if people want to see them. We always look at crypto, Forex, anything really, man. Trade everything. Bought us in vertical stream. Yes, I know that. I know it is. We're still trying to tackle that issue. Wally, I appreciate you subbing, man. Terminology, you're going to learn very quickly if you just start watching the streams. That's the other thing is watch people's streams. You don't have to necessarily watch mine. You can watch anybody's trading stream. But I would just suggest tuning into the streams. You're going to learn that terminology very quickly, I promise. Put in the time, watching the charts, and then tuning into streams and watching YouTube. You'll catch on very quickly. Chris said, I'd definitely join in. I work in construction. I'm also looking to make my money work for me. This is super interesting. You're in a good time to potentially start investing in crypto. If you want your money to work for you, I would start just investing for now. Don't. Then from those investments, you can play a little bit with trading. Trading, though, I promise you'll lose at the beginning. You're always going to lose at the beginning. It's just part of it. There's only a select few in this world that can jump into trading and be very successful. It's very rare. It's probably 1% that can do that. But overall, investing is going to be your best bet right now if you actually want to make your money work for you in this current moment in time, okay? Any recommendation for low budget? Just, dude, on the trading side, Rodrigo, or just overall, like crypto, stuff like that? Low budget? Just buy it. Just buy Bitcoin. Just buy it every week. Ethan, you're correct. Halving is about to be wild. It's going to be fun. Low budget. Figure out how much you can afford to buy. Buy it every week and then just forget about it. Put an auto investment on. Are you the GameStop guy? I do have a stream of us actually trading GameStop. I wish I knew like what it could potentially do because we were trading it when it was under $100. I have a live stream of us watching it at like $80. High funding fees. Oh, my camera died. Sorry guys. One sec. We're about to I'm about to end the stream anyway. I gotta go make some dinner. I'm hungry. Let me fix the camera 1 second. Forgot I changed it over today. Live from the Bahamas. Will crypto be accessible to me? Oh yeah, 100%, man. Crypto is accessible. That's the best part about the blockchain to everybody. No matter where you're from, you can invest in crypto. It's great. Unless like your country like forbids it, but I don't think the Bahamas forbids it. You take live trades if something presents itself. Yeah, sure, but I mean, we only stream for a certain amount of time a day. Hold on, guys. Let me fix this. Fix the cam. There we go. Should be back in a sec. Nice. Okay. Argentina, man. Welcome, dude. Appreciate it. What's for dinner? I think we're going to make steak tonight, man. I hate to say that on stream. We usually stream at 1 Eastern, so if you're US based, it's a lot easier for you guys. So I appreciate you guys. High funding fees, man. Trade with, right now, Solana. Transfer Solana over, and then swap with Solana. You could convert your Solana into Bitcoin, stuff like that. Or even, like, Tether. Tether's not bad. I'm in Australia, so I'll try. Yeah, Chris, we'll start doing later streams too. But I will say majority of the streams are done at 1 Eastern. But maybe do later streams soon. What's for dinner? All right. That was pretty much it. Talk about Bitcoin one more time. For my peeps in the back, and then I got to get going, my friends. Which crypto is better? If you want a skeptical one, or what do you call it? Yeah, like a potential banger in 10 years, Solana. Okay. Again, though, you have to, that's a skeptical, or whatever you call those. Speculative. Sorry, I don't know why I was saying skeptical. Speculative one to buy right now would be Solana. I'd buy that one. More is the winner today. So. Yeah, we'll get that going at some point. All right, guys. I will say we'll go over Bitcoin here, but tomorrow we're doing a $300 giveaway on the main YouTube live stream. Okay, so we hope to see you there. You do have to be subbed if you want to be a part of that $300 giveaway. We give away $100 to 3 people, so you have 3 chances. If you are a part of the HODL gang, you do get a chance. You get 5 entries versus just 1. Okay. If you're just a normal subscriber, you do get 1 entry, but you still get an entry, so it's pretty cool. You can join the HODL gang. It's literally $1. It's $1 to join. You get 5 entries. You get a cool you get cool emotes and badges, and you just a part of the channel. Consider a HODL gang member. You know, $100 to 3 people. Yep. Tomorrow at 1 Eastern. Okay, make sure you're here. But you do have to be subbed, and then if you want those extra entries, you have to join. Okay. We're gonna go over Bitcoin, and then I'm gonna call it. A little higher on the risk curve there, Dennis said. I mean, dude, I would have been buying Bitcoin out the waz if I had your capital. But my Solana might just make you, give you that net worth you've been wanting, you've been searching for. All right, Bitcoin, guys, like we said already, Bitcoin off that 60K mark just comes off of those weekly levels. Pretty key, right? I mean, look at the singles and overlays on the Bitcoin here for the, let me dial in, for the weekly. Right now, we had that mega push off of 34K up into where we're at now, which is 63. So massive move there, 2 TPs. Bitcoin finally retraced to that Neo Cloud, respecting those levels. Absolute massive moves. First purple candle we're getting on the weekly, indicating that price is consolidating a bit. We jump into the daily yet again here. Type in optimal sensitivity. You can see we're starting to get those red candles, but we've been coming in and out of purple. We're waiting to see if this thing does want to fully break off those weekly levels, which we originally considered. You can see we did get a change of character on the price action concept indicator, indicating it could be a start to a reversal to the downside. But again, we look at weekly levels. We make sure weekly levels are in play first before we consider any type of overall movements here from the indicator. So we watch those weekly levels alongside the indicator. We make sure those weekly levels might be respected or not, and they are. So it is respected down here as it's already showing that 60K mark, and we understand the cycle, right? So if anything, we're going to watch for that 65,500 break. And it looks really good, right? So 60K here looks solid, okay? 60K with that bounce here on the weekly looks solid. Weekly, obviously, is going to be the holy grail of overall price action and the charts in which we want to trade. Then we dive into the daily. We say, hey, okay, we're getting consolidation. That's good. Consolidation into a halving is fantastic. That replicates what we've seen before. I have some tricks. It's work, but I'm not getting some answer and not clear or what? I don't know what you're asking there, Sud. Yeah, $100 each, man, tomorrow. How much? Capital, I need to continue trading for 1 year. You can start with 100. What do you think is going to happen when we start? The cycle moves on, my friend. So remember, the last few times we went over this, the last time I'm going to do this, I'm going to call the stream, okay? So right here, 110% increase is where we're at, right? When the halving happens, usually you get that nice pump year. So by April of 2025 is what we're looking for, that nice 300% increase. The last few times we had a 283% increase and a 423% increase. So up until the next year. So sometimes it takes a little bit to get started, but once it gets started, you start to see that massive move. So I would recommend just giving it time. Let it play out. It's just all part of how the cycle works, okay? All right, guys. I'm going to go make dinner. I appreciate you all being here. Yet again, if I can get my mouse. There she is. Pause this music. Yet again, like I said before, make sure you go and follow that Twitter, okay? If you want current market updates, current analysis, everything you could ever want in a Twitter, we give that to you on ours. Just follow LuxAlgo on Twitter, pop that notification bell, and make sure you're up to date, okay? Make sure you're up to date on everything going on, all right? Besides that, make sure you join the Discord if you want like a fun environment to hang out with. It is free. We do another stream on there, but it's not me. It's actually our community manager, Mickey. He does a great job. He goes over all the indicators in full detail. Late stream today, but we'll be back tomorrow, 1 Eastern, okay? 1 Eastern tomorrow, my friends. 1 Eastern tomorrow, and we will do that $300 giveaway. So make sure you join the HODL gang. You want those 5 entries. If not, you still get 1 entries. But yeah, I'm going to come back tomorrow. HODL gang's going to go nuts. Man, why weren't you streaming yesterday? Well, we know who's been here. But guys, we appreciate you. Have a great night. Have some, go make some dinner or something. Enjoy time with your family, as I'm about to do. And love you. I'll see you guys tomorrow. 1 Eastern, $300 giveaway. Appreciate all of you. Have a great night. Peace. Where's the cam? Where's the cam button at? See ya.
Who's your daddy? Who's your daddy?